episode 4 of Better Than Ronald on Football Manager 2018. The save where we try to do better with Everton than Ronald Koeman did. And in that vein, we have actually got another point to add to the points table, which means we are currently, as it stands, better than Ronald. We won our Europa League playoff and are through to the Europa League Group Stage. Therefore, we get that extra point for winning that round. So now let's look at the rest of the results and the actual scorelines from the Europa League playoff games. So first off, after that disappointing defeat against Chelsea, actually we played that one online, didn't we? Yeah, getting confused. Here we go. So after the 5-0 win over Zelina in the first leg of the Europa League playoff, we played Watford away from home in the Premier League and we thrashed them 3-0. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was a standout performer, getting a brace, and Umanias managed to get himself a goal as well. A good overall team performance. Leighton Baines and Calvert-Lewin with an 8.8 rating each. Very impressive, despite having, I believe, 30% of possession. Our long ball tactic seems to be working quite well. We then faced Zelina in the second leg of the Europa League playoff at home, and we didn't win as convincingly, but we still managed to win and keep a clean sheet with a 2-goal victory. Ademola Lookman and Shani Tarashai with his first goal for Everton in that one. And then our most difficult game so far, well, since the Chelsea match probably, against West Ham. Mohamed Besic got sent off in the 28th minute. We were playing our normal 4-1-2-3 formation. However, we then changed things up to a 5-1-3 formation. So we had 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs, a defensive midfielder, 2 attacking wingers and a striker, and somehow managed on the 85th minute of the game to win the game. Ademola Lookman with the winner. And things are looking pretty good so far. We've had an international break since the West Ham game, so the players might be a bit jaded, a bit rusty maybe, but we've got one big game today against Manchester United, and then the first game in the Europa League Group Stage. It was meant to be the Brighton game, but the Lugano game in the Group Stage kind of pushed the Brighton game back a bit, so we'll do Man United and Lugano in this episode. One thing I do want to show you guys is the dynamics. So they have improved drastically. Our match cohesion is currently average. Dressing room atmosphere is very good. Obviously, that's because of the form that we have. And my managerial support is average. There's not as many people opposing me now. So if you look there, the only 2 players that are opposing me are Kevin Morales and Yannick Bolasie. Vlasic is the only one that supports me, but the rest of them aren't really too bothered either way. Looking at the injury list, there's only 3 people out injured now. Funes Mori, he is still out until the 27th of March 2018, so quite a while for him to go, 7 to 8 months. Seamus Coleman should be returning to full fitness very, very soon after his broken leg. He is expected to be back within between 10 days and 3 weeks. And then finally, Yannick Bolasie, he's still out with damaged cruciate ligaments for another 3 to 4 months. So it's time for a change in tactic for today's game against Manchester United. Now, I'm not sure how well the fans will take to this. Obviously, if we get a result, they'll be fine with it. But prior to the game, I'll just show you what they're saying on social media. So we've got Maurice Barry saying we have to keep the 4-1-2-3 defensive midfield wide, and Matty Murphy saying fascinating to see how the 4-1-2-3 defensive midfield wide has so clearly suited us. So it's a bit of a risk to change from this, considering they seem to love this formation so much. But I just think we need to be a bit better at the back against a team such as Manchester United. So this is the team that I've picked for today's game. We've got Pickford in goal. Jagielka, Keane and Williams are our 3 centre-backs. Cuco Martina is at right wing-back. Baines at left wing-back. Garnagüe at defensive midfield. Schneiderlin and Rooney in the centre of midfield. Now we've got 2 strikers today. Sandro as a poacher and Nias as a target man. We're playing with more direct passing, drop deeper and a higher tempo. I feel like they should change. I feel like we're missing one. Pump ball into the box, that's the one we're missing. So plan is, one of the many people that are kind of centre midfielders and back will get the ball, launch it forward, Nias will win it, he'll play it through to Sandro and Sandro will score. That's kind of the idea. I believe this is the first game that Sandro is actually playing for me. His morale kind of went down when he wasn't picked for the Europa League squad, but I've picked him for the group stages. That's another thing. I've annoyed another player, Seamus Coleman. I couldn't fit him in to the group stage squad, and he was still technically returning to full fitness, as he still is. He's I I think he's going through his rehab phase or something like that. So technically he wouldn't be able to play for the first few games, so that was my reasoning for not picking him. He kind of understood, but his morale did go down a little bit, but we didn't have any issues with the rest of the team, thankfully. I just realised that I hadn't actually picked any subs for the game, which would not have been good. So I've picked those subs now. We've got the tactics sorted. We're playing counter-attacking mentality, and we're ready for this tough match at Old Trafford against Manchester United. So these are the lineups for the game. Well, we know ours. So Manchester United are playing De Gea in goal, Lindelof, Smalling, Jones and Blind in defence, Herrera and Pogba in centre midfield, Mkhitaryan on the right, Martial on the left, Mata attacking centre midfield, and Lukaku is the big man up front. So apparently there's a palpably awkward silence as I enter the room despite the overall decent mood, and the players are clearly disinterested. So let's try and make them interested by passionately saying, "We've got nothing to lose here. We know how good we are. Let's show everyone else what we're capable of." Cuco Martina looks delighted. Okay, hand the rest over to the assistant. Seem fairly well prepared for the task at hand. We have a tunnel interview. Now, I've been rushing through these, so I'll try and take this one a bit slower. Team selection today suggests a change of tactic might be on the cards. What's the thinking behind that? I'm going to say Manchester United are a good team and have the ability to threaten us in multiple ways, so we've worked on countering their threats with this particular approach. So there's all the players in their huddles pre-match. We are actually going to be playing on 2D Classic. This is there was a comment left on one of my previous videos, and I kind of agree with it, saying that it would look quite laggy. It did, because my laptop's not very capable for playing 3D. I do want to get a new one in the future, but that's not on the radar for the time being. So we will do 2D Classic as the highlights, and then any goal replays we will do on 3D. I think that's the best way to go about it. As Manchester United are on the attack. Lindelof crosses it in. Martial has scored after 3.5 minutes, and this formation is not looking like it's going to be doing the job, and the fans may get on my back for this. So Mkhitaryan picked it up, played it to Mata. Juan Mata to Martial, the eventual goal scorer, who played that out wide right to Lindelof, who crossed it in for Martial to head home to make it 1-0 to Manchester United. I'm already contemplating changing the tactic. It's 5 minutes in. Okay, Baines with a throw in, deep in our own half. Williams launches that forward, but no one there. Mkhitaryan's got it now for Manchester United. He plays that to Pogba, who's slightly injured. Perhaps he could take advantage of that. I doubt it, but you never know. Mata with the ball again for Manchester United. He plays it out to Blind, who is in way too much space. I think that's because we have such a deep defensive line. We're just letting them play with the ball up there. Lindelof now gives it to Pogba, to Mata, to Martial, looking for a second, but he plays it out wide to Blind, who crosses it in. Pickford with an excellent save at the near post. Did look like that should have been a cross. Mkhitaryan with a corner. Jones is there. It's saved again. No, it wasn't. It must have hit off the post or something. There was definitely a deflection there. Right, I'm not happy with the amount of chances that we're creating, so we're going to go into tactics, and we are going to change the tactic again. I said this was a risk. Very risky formation, so we need to do something. What it is we do, I do not know. So move Rooney up to attacking centre midfield. Idrissa Gana Gueye is going to play in the centre of midfield. Well, we've had a shot now, so I don't know whether that's down to the tactic or not, but it's looking positive. Corner kick for Manchester United. Mata crosses in. Pogba's there. Pogba shoots, and Pogba scores from a corner. Very simple set piece from Manchester United there, and we struggled to deal with it. I feel at half time there's going to be another formational change for me. I'm going to bring my wingers on, and we're going to go more attacking. But there's the finish from Pogba. The goalkeeper reacting very late, and it's 2-0 now. Free kick with Pogba. We need to clear it. We do, but it's going to fall back to Mata. Now it's Pogba again on the edge of the box. He shoots, but it's blocked. Mata with it again. Gives it to Pogba for another chance, but now it's Jones. Back to Pogba and Mata. Mkhitaryan. Man United passing it around well. It's looking dangerous. Smalling's got it on this right-hand side now. He plays that back inside to Pogba. And Jones, staying up there, plays that out wide left to Martial. Back to Pogba on the edge of the box. It's deflected a lot, and Pickford with a great save. The chances continue to come in for Manchester United. Mkhitaryan whips it in. Pogba, near post again. Tackled that time by Ghana, and Baines can clear it. So as we are at half time, And it looks like there's only one winner to this game if things stay as they are. 17 shots, 6 on target for Manchester United. They're winning 2-0. We've only had one shot all game. Something needs to change. Idrissa Gueye is our best player on a 6.7 rating. That tells you everything you need to know. I'm going to assertively say, show me something else in the second half. Everyone looks fired up, seems motivated. Hand over to my assistant, see if he's got anything else to add. Oh, he has. He's added a few things, actually. He's saying you've been unlucky so far. Good effort to the majority of players. And the team talk. Everyone's looking fired up. So I'm tempted not to make any changes, but I feel like tactical changes are needed. We've got Calvert-Lewin and Lookman on the bench. What could we do here? So move Sandro to there. Nias can be our lone striker. I'll have a little think about this and come back. So Lookman's going to come on for Sandro at attacking left midfield. Calvert-Lewin is going to come on for Jagielka at attacking right midfield. Garner's going to drop back into defensive midfield. Rooney is going to play in the centre of midfield. And then we'll put Lookman on as inside forward on attack on the left. So quite a few changes at half time, despite the fact that I said I wasn't going to make them. And we'll see how they work out for us. As Manchester United get the second half underway, they've actually taken Paul Pogba off and Michael Carrick has come on. Okay, Baines with a free kick. Could we get one back? We can't that time. Carrick heads it away. Martial comes away with it. Could be a counter-attack for Manchester United now. Martial moving forward. Baines with an excellent tackle and he plays that to Garner. Now it's Pickford. Long ball forward towards Nias. Actually, it's Rooney who gets there first. He plays that to Lookman on the left. Central to Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin with Calvert-Lewin. It's Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin scores. Morgan Schneiderlin with the assist. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, one of the substitutes, has come on and he's got us right back into this one. So Rooney picked it up from the long ball, played it out wide left to Lookman. Lookman central to Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin over to the right to Calvert-Lewin, who just finished that like a seasoned professional he's soon to be. Free kick for Manchester United. It's Mata. Crosses it in, headed away, and Manchester United are going to get the ball back with Jones. He plays that to Valencia. Cuts inside, down to Ander Herrera, and the comeback has been stopped. Antonio Valencia with the assist, Ander Herrera with the goal. It's back to a 2-goal margin, and Manchester United are winning 3-1. The ball came out from the free kick to Jones. Played the ball down the line to Valencia. Valencia cuts inside past our defenders and plays a nice pass through to Ander Herrera, who scores at the near post. Pickford should be disappointed with that one. So we're going to demand more from the team. We looked so good when we got that Calvert-Lewin goal, but I think Manchester United have just went up their gears again. That's what we need to do now. Lookman plays it forward to Nias. Nias trying to hold the ball up, plays it off to Rooney, and that's a bad pass from Wayne. Apparently he relishes big matches, but it's not showing today. Not on that sort of passing. It's Ander Herrera, gives it to Mata. Now it's Lukaku, the big man, good tackle, but Mkhitaryan gets the ball. Ander Herrera back to Mkhitaryan. It's deflected to Lukaku. It's Mkhitaryan again, and it's an excellent tackle. Schneiderlin clears it, but it's going to come to Smalling, and Manchester United just piling on the pressure once more. Mata through to Lukaku. Lukaku to Martial, and that is unstoppable. 4-1 to Manchester United now. And this game is dead and gone. Still not as bad as the Chelsea game where there was the 4-goal margin. I mean, Manchester United have scored 4 against us, but at least we've scored 1. Lukaku played it to Martial, first time shot with left-footed volley into the back of the net. Goal kick now, and it's only a few minutes after that last goal for Manchester United. I feel this could turn into a bit of an embarrassing scoreline if we're not too careful. It's Mkhitaryan. Gets tackled by Garner. Now it's Calvert-Lewin. Great pass to Nias. He gets tackled by Jones. And Manchester United are on the attack once again. Martial on the left. He's looked dangerous today. Now it's Lukaku. Through to Mkhitaryan. Bit lost as to what to do here. We'll go defensive. Martinez having a stinking game. We're going to take him off. It's our last sub. Martina off. Alejandro Kenny's abysmal morale. Ugh. Okay, maybe not then. Right, we'll just continue. Hope that they don't score. We've gone defensive, encouraging Manchester United to attack, but hopefully our defence is good enough to stop them from scoring any more goals. I mean, they haven't been good enough to stop them from scoring 5, but another chance for Manchester United. I smell a board meeting after this game. I don't know why, but 5-1 in the Premier League is never a good result. It's Blind to Jones, now Carrick. Back to Jones. Martial. Plays a through ball, but Calvert-Lewin intercepts and launches that forward towards Nias, but Jones wins it in the air. And Martial's going to keep that one in, is he? Yes, he is. Carrick in the centre of the field now. Substitute. To Ander Herrera. Excellent block, but it falls back to them. That's been the story of the game. Mkhitaryan with a shot, and it's 6. 6-1. Every single deflection has landed at the feet of a Manchester United player. I mean, they have absolutely dominated us, but it's just the fact that every little thing goes for them. So Carrick with the ball there, gave it Ander Herrera. Herrera tried to play a pass, hit off our player, fell back to him, and then Mkhitaryan with a finish. 6-1, 12 minutes to go. And 2-1 seems like such a long time ago now, when we thought we were going to mount a comeback with that Calvert-Lewin goal. Can we get another consolation? It's Lookman. He's probably going to lose the ball. Plays it to Nias. Goes past the defender. Nias with a chance to shoot. Possibly he does, but it's saved by De Gea. Last dying seconds of the game. We've got a throw in there half. I doubt it's going to come to anything. Garner crosses it in. Smalling can clear that easily. There's about 10 seconds left of this match. I really just want it to end now. And it's about to any second if the referee's kind, and he is. It's full time at Old Trafford. It's 6-1 to Manchester United. An awful performance from us. Calvert-Lewin being our best performer on a 7. But, I mean, what was that? I don't know whether I confused things by changing the tactic and then changing the tactic again like 3 times in the match. But that is not good enough. We're expected to get beat, but not by that margin. Far from pleased. Hand over the rest to my assistant. Now, fortunately, our morale should increase with the game midweek because it's a bit of an easier one against Lugano in the Europa League. So join me in a second for that one with a rotated squad. So this is the squad that we're going with for this Europa League game against Lugano. So we've got Joel in goal, Kenny is at right back, Keane and Jagielka remain in central defence, Garbett at left back, Garner stays in defensive midfield, Schneiderlin starts again in centre midfield alongside Klassen, and then Lennon and Lookman are the wingers with Tarashai as the advance forward up top. On the bench we do have James McCarthy and Ross Barkley, who could make their first starts since recovering from injury in this game at some point. Team instructions: pump ball into the box, exploit the left flank and play wider, as we're not very good at retained possession, so we can't really put that on as an instruction. Mentality, control, we should easily win this one, so let's hope we do. So I'm going to passionately say we're favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. And we'll end the team talk there. They seem ready for the match ahead. We've got a tunnel interview once again. You've left Ross Barkley out. Is that due to his recent injury problems? He's just being rested, nothing more than that. I know he's a fragile soul, and we don't want to cause him any further harm. So the players are out. They're all lined up and ready to go here. And Lugano get the game underway, playing in their black kit. Okay, first highlight of the game. Pastore plays that central to Trumpy. Bet he farts a lot. It's Rudin through to Batig. Batig shoots and that's over the bar. Not a good start there from us. We do need to do a lot better than that. Okay, possible chance for us. Garbutt with a free kick. Crosses it in. Keane's in there. Lennon's got it. He shoots. It's just wide. Inches wide from Aaron Lennon there. Good chance. A lot better. Now it looks like Ademola Lookman has picked up an injury, a possible groin injury, so we're going to have to make a change a lot earlier than we would have liked. Fortunately, Calvert-Lewin is on the bench, so we can bring him on for Lookman. Corner, Garbett to take it. Back post to Calvert-Lewin, he was in tons of space and he scores. Luke Garbett finding him brilliantly at the back post. Calvert-Lewin with an excellent finish. So here it is, Garbett whips it in, back post, Calvert-Lewin, easy as you like, completely unmarked at the back post. What was the Lugano defence doing? Nobody picked him up. He had the easiest finish of his life. Another corner, it's Lennon to take. Keane at the near post, headed away. Klaasen's got it on the edge of the box. He plays that to Tarashai, who's in tons of space. Crosses it in. Keane's there. It's off the post. Is it going to fall down anyone? It's not. It gets scrambled away somehow. And Klaasen picks it up and gives that to Garner. It looks like the chance may be gone. Can we keep it going? Klaasen down this left-hand side. Through ball, but it's intercepted by Eggenschweiler. And he clears that out. Dodgy clearance. Throw in this time from the right. Kenny to Lennon. Back to Kenny. Crosses it in. Back post. No one there. Batik heads it out. Falls to Klaasen. Klaasen can shoot from here. He plays it to Schneiderlin instead. It's Schneiderlin. It's just wide. We're creating plenty of chances. We just need to take them a bit better. Another good chance there from Schneiderlin. So it's half time and we do lead 1-0. I would have liked it to have been a bit of a bigger lead, but we are on top in the game. 8 shots, 4 on target. They've only had 1 shot and they haven't had a shot on target yet. Luke Garbett is our key man with a 7.2. His crossing has been particularly good today. So at half time, I passionately say I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep it up. And everyone looks delighted. And I don't think there's any changes that need to be made. Obviously, we've made our one change already with Calvert-Lewin coming on for injured Ademola Lookman. So we'll head straight into the second half. And Trumpy has actually come off for Lugano. Sassy with a goal kick. Gives the Pastore. Now it's Marty to Odermatt. Just passing it along the back line there, Lugano. They're moving forward now with it though. To Luba in the centre of the field. Bit of a wayward pass, and Lennon's going to get on the end of that one. Now it's Tarashai. Tarashai's got to do all this himself. He does. He goes round the defender, and it's saved by Sassy. It was an excellent run from Tarashai. Sassy was equal to that shot, though, and we've got a chance with the corner. Garbett, the chance to cross it in. Rudin clears that. Not one of Garbett's better crosses today. He has been doing very well, as I said, at half-time with the crossing, but not that time. Corner. From left-hand side, Lennon to take it. Near post is Keane, but headed away by Jungen. Garner's on the edge of the box. Knocks it down to Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin plays it to Calvert-Lewin, looking for a second. Plays back to Schneiderlin, and Schneiderlin scores. Morgan Schneiderlin has scored so many goals for us so far as Everton manager, and he continues that with a goal against Lugano. Calvert-Lewin, who scored the first goal, managing to get himself an assist with this one. So Lennon whipped it in. Jungen cleared. It came to Garner. He knocked it down to Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin plays it to Calvert-Lewin, and then it's a nice 1-2 for Schneiderlin to finish. Another corner. Garbett takes it this time. Keane's at the near post, and it's just over. Michael Keane winning the ball in the air once again. It's what he seems to do, but he doesn't get many goals from it. He gets quite close, but I don't think he's scored a header yet. So we'll make a sub, and it'll be a change at the back. Michael Keane coming off. We'll bring on Mason Holgate. Obviously, he had a terrible time of it in his first game of the season against Chelsea. Give him a chance in the last 10 minutes of this Europa League game. It looks like it's going to be a comfortable victory for us. I think this sends us top of the group. I haven't seen any notifications that have said otherwise. And there's just under a minute to go. Holgate with a throw-in. Eggenschweiler intercepts, but Schneiderlin should get there. He doesn't. Ackerman manages to flick it on. Now it's Jungen. Possible chance for Lugano to get a last-minute consolation. Jungen advancing forward, but Garner with an excellent tackle there. No getting past him today. He plays that back to Jagielka. And we're just playing it along the back line as Holgate launches that forward to Tarashai. Tackled, but it falls to Klaasen. Now it's Schneiderlin. Out wide right to Lennon. Now is Lennon going to run at the defenders here? He tries to and he gets past him. Now he crosses it in, but it's headed away by Eggenschweiler. We're in the last 13 seconds of the game now. Schneiderlin with the ball to Klaasen. Back to Garner. I think we're just going to pass it around until the full-time whistle goes. Back to Holgate. Klaasen in a bit of space, but there's the full-time whistle, and we have won 2-0, and that should send us top of the group. It'll send us joint top of the group anyway, but an excellent performance, especially from Luke Garbett at left-back. He was pretty damn good with his crossing today. 2 goals, Calvert-Lewin and Schneiderlin, the goal scorers. Obviously, Calvert-Lewin having to come on for the injured Ademola Lookman, who got the worst rating, which isn't really fair because he was only on for 20 minutes. But a very impressive performance. Hopefully that's boosted morale after that disappointing 6-1 defeat against Man United in the Premier League. I'm going to passionately say I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. Everyone looks delighted. Has my assistant got anything to add? Nope. Players are fired up. Atmosphere amongst the squad is growing. Fortunately, Lookman's injury isn't that bad. He's just got a tight groin. He's out for 1 to 3 days. I do feel like if we'd left him on the pitch, he could have made that worse. So probably best what we did to take him off. So that win does indeed take us to the top of Group B. The other result in our group was Maritimo and Lazio drawing. I don't know what the score was. Don't really care. We're top. And in the league, we're currently 8th, which isn't too bad. Top half finish is what we want. There's only 4 games gone as well, so we could finish anywhere. So looking ahead to the next episode, and I think we will do Lazio and Arsenal. So Lazio in the Europa League and then Arsenal in the league. We haven't done very well against the so-called top sides in the Premier League so far this season, obviously losing 4-0 on the opening day of the season to Chelsea, and then defeating this episode 6-1 to Manchester United. So a result against Arsenal would be very nice indeed. So join me next episode to see if we can do that, as well as if we can beat Lazio, who are probably the hardest side in our group that we have. But that is it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Feel free to leave a comment below. Subscribe to my channel to get all my content when it comes out. And I'll see you next time.